fuck in the club like fuck that shit. Got my tone in the club like fuck that shit.
Episode 21, Part 2, Wedding Disaster. Our port was like any other port you could imagine. Not much to see except for some boats. Go figure out. But there was a small helipad platform with a chopper waiting for me. 4 seats with the pilot wearing sunglasses. My friend told me, "It will serve the cause. I'll wait for you here, ready for any possible scenario. Just pre-alert me if you need to start a war. But now go. Take this satellite phone. It's a prototype and I need it back, so don't lose it. Take care." I entered this 4-seat copter and the pilot offered me a set of headphones to wear. I immediately felt like he was Murdoch from the A-Team. I was not so familiar with flying or real weapons, but I remember this model from the shooting game. Just, this had a lot of additional indicators and buttons. No word was uttered between us for 30 minutes. Then he broke the silence. "I land here. You walk there. I wait." I showed him my thumb as an international "I understand" signal, jumped off and started walking towards the small village. As soon as I entered the deserted town, people stopped talking and looked at me. Who is this guy? Where is he going? Why nobody stops him? The fact that I was wearing a suit and a tie helped my passage between the already half-drunk crowd. A quick glimpse at the GPS confirmed that I was heading in the right direction. 2 guys were chatting on the door and looked at me in a menacing way. "Kush Jenny Jew?" they asked. "I'm the groom's witness," I answered. They didn't move, but their attitude changed a bit. I understood that it wasn't time yet. Grabbed a chair, sat and started rolling a fat joint for myself. The 2 mountains smiled and after nodding to each other, sat next to me. Mark arrived downstairs to this beautiful scenery, the 2 older brothers sitting at a table with me, sharing a joint. He almost couldn't hold back a tear of joy. "Victor!" A big hug from the 2. "I need to talk to you, in private." "I bet," I said, while leaving the joint to the 2 guys and walking away with Mark. "Victor, I'm in trouble," he said. "I know. You asked for this shit and now you realize what a big mistake you're making. Come on, let's run now. The helicopter is waiting for us." No, you don't get it. I want her to be my wife, but the family expects the first night blood to be shown tomorrow. We can't get that." "Dude, really? What year is this? Fuck that shit. Let's go away now." "No, I can't. We can't. Wait, this is the younger sister and she's coming right at us." The girl was charming. I gave her a scan look from head to toe a couple of times and smiled at her. She said something in Albanian that none of us understood. "Mi mermi vete. Take me with you." Mark froze. I looked at Mark. "What is going on, dude?" Mark shook his head and I told her, "I'm sorry, beautiful. You can't come with us. Go back to your family and leave us alone." Someone was calling all the attendees in the big garden, fitted for the ceremony. "Time to get married, Mark. Are you totally sure you still want to do this?" "I am." "Okay, let's go then." The ceremony was quite fast, not that either of us understood a single word, but the bottom line was clear. After the official "I do," some of the participants started shooting in the air with their Kalashnikovs. And in that moment, everything folded into a different direction. The little sister, still with tears in her face, was talking to her mother. The mother called the older brother. The brother regrouped with the other brothers and some of their friends. Something was obviously cooking, and everyone turned their head towards Mark. Things were getting nasty. I told him, "Now, dude, let's run, follow me." "Wait, the hamster," he screamed. "There's no time, I'll buy you another. Now run." But, my wife." "Okay, grab her and run." The 3 were running towards the small hill. I hoped that the crazy pilot was still waiting for us. A car was approaching us, but no one was shooting yet. It was the little sister, with the hamster. "Bring me with you, please." I told Mark to keep running, turned around, grabbed the cage with the hamster and kissed the little girl, then pushed her back and run myself, following Mark and his new bitch wife. The chopper was still there, engines started and rotors moving. We entered quickly while I tried to signal the mad pilot that we were being followed. I pointed at the crowd following us and screamed, "Let's go, for fuck's sake." He smiled at me from behind his aviator sunglasses. Yes, it was dark, but you know, he is a pilot, and he is mad. He told me to put my headphones on, and as soon as I did, the voice of my friend asked me, "Victor, do you need support?" "Man, glad to hear you. We have around 50 people armed with AK-47s following us. We need to move fast." "On it," he answered. While the helicopter raised above the clouds and headed towards the port, some artillery shot from the boat hit the middle ground between our chasers and us. "This will delay them a bit," chuckled his friend. Mark's bitch was speechless. She thought that they were going to die. All her family bombed. She started screaming and hitting the back of my seat. The pilot told me to take control. Yeah, right. Like if I ever piloted a real chopper. Come on. But I couldn't finish my sentence before he was reaching behind me and with a quick movement gave her a shot with something that made her silent. Mark was freaking out. "What did you do? What was that? Where are we going?" "Dude, chill. We're getting away from here. I'm sure that was just a tranquilizer, right?" I looked at the pilot who regained control of the chopper and smiled at me, gesturing how she will sleep like a baby now.